So I'm sat here this morning with Joe Duckett, the Community Learning Service Manager at The Learning Place. Those of you who don't know The Learning Place, please listen to the next few minutes because it's a fascinating story. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Steph. Thank you for coming to The Learning Place.
My pleasure. So, Joe, tell us, what is The Learning Place?
The Learning Place is a purpose-built education centre based in North End. So we work here with adults and run a range of courses both here, and we're the central hub for a lot of community learning that goes out and about around in Portsmouth as well. In addition, we're Portsmouth City Council's apprenticeship provider for customer service and business admin, and that all too is based here in North End. Our remit really is to help reskill people, help to get them thinking about their next steps, whether it be education, formal education, and just helping them get onto those next steps.
Indeed, it's an amazing place. The people that use it, are they people in work or out of work or both? And why would they come and use the service?
It's a really good question, and it's really challenging to answer because the people that use this change year on year. When we first started about 6 years ago, we were finding that we were attracting a lot of older people. We were heavily involved in the Over 60s festival, and that was really great for us. As time's going on now, we're seeing a change. We're seeing a lot of people who are looking to reskill, who've perhaps had manual jobs and are trying to brush up and understand and get to grips with computing. We get lots of people who've perhaps have been a little bit socially isolated, been homemakers, suddenly looking to sort of find new friends, new challenges. We run a lot of confidence building and wellbeing courses to help really encourage people on their next steps, whatever that may be. And of course, because we've sort of, basis for the apprenticeships here, we get a lot of the young apprentices coming through as well, which is a breath of fresh air as well.
Indeed. And before I ask you about the highlights of your current year and what your team really kind of feel proud of, anyone listening to this interview, how do they actually get in touch with you?
Well, phone, website, Facebook. We have leaflets that are in lots of the libraries and things as well. Whatever is easiest, please do get in contact, especially if you're interested in finding out more about our courses or perhaps volunteering with us.
And this lovely venue at Derby Road, can they call in here as well, or should they phone first?
Oh, no, please do pop in.
Yeah.
We have a fully manned reception and we always love people to come in and see us and say hello and find out that we're here, really. So many people say, I never realised that you're here. We are a little bit tucked away. Signage is improving.
Indeed, and I'm only smiling as you answer that because the first time I came here recently, I parked miles away and didn't know where I was going, so I understand that fully. So I alluded to earlier, very difficult because the broad range that you offer here, but can you pick out some highlights of the current year and what your team sort of feel proud of?
Highlights this year, we're in an environment where the number of adults participating in education is declining. We're bucking that trend. We've had a really positive year. Learner numbers are increased for us this year, so that's really great. This time of the year we make progression phone calls, so we contact learners who've done courses with us over the year to sort of find out what they're doing, what differences it made. And for us it's a real buzz because we just get so many good stories back, and things you don't realise the difference that sometimes a course can make to somebody else. From the lovely learner who'd come on a computer course that when we phoned her, she said, I learnt to go onto YouTube and I learnt how to bleed my radiators. So, as a result of her computer course, her house was a lot warmer this winter and her fuel bills went down because she came on a course and learnt, wasn't her intention when she started. We've had other stories, lady who came on a CV writing course, actually not only wrote her CV, went home, decided that her husband's was not as she would like it to be, helped him to rewrite his as well, and he was struggling to actually get interviews, managed to get an interview, got a job, so it's always wonderful to hear these stories coming back to us at this time of the year. Makes me feel very proud of what we do and very proud of the staff as well, because we get so many comments. We're very small here, we're very personal, and we want our learners to achieve. We don't set anybody up to fail. So, but people really do appreciate that. That's why we get a lot of people coming back time and time again. And it is so wonderful to hear, I couldn't have done it without so-and-so. And, real buzz moments.
Indeed. I think you were saying to me earlier that some of the phone calls you've been making, a lady got a teaching assistant job, another lady got a dinner lady's job, this sort of thing.
Yeah, it gives people the confidence to actually go on to take those next steps. They start thinking about them. The dinner lady job was from a lady who'd been on one of our family learning courses, who then started to feel more comfortable going into school, chatting to the staff in school, just opened up a new world to her.
Yeah.
And it's great to actually get that positive feedback and to hear that, you've played a little part in helping somebody do their next step and take their next step.
Indeed. And I know that obviously with the funds you get, you have employees, but I think you also always would welcome volunteers to come and help with whatever skill set they've got.
Oh yes, completely. We have a range of volunteers who work with us, sometimes in the English, maths classes. We've had a lady in the past that just came and all she wanted to do was come on some of our cookery courses to help with the washing up. Absolutely great, always need somebody to do that. We have a lot of volunteers within our computing classes and our drop-ins that go out and about in the community. We couldn't run as many drop-in events if we didn't have volunteers, so it's great. We really do value the volunteers that we have here and always happy to take more. We do ask for a form to be completed and we ask people to come in and just meet with us so as they know that what they're signing up for and get a feel for the environment they're working or will be working in.
Indeed. So again, same message as before, just get in touch. If you've got some spare time, you'll always try and put their skills to good use.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It's
Thank
something
you.
they feel comfortable with.
So you mentioned family learning earlier in that conversation. So tell us a bit more about the family learning service.
Okay, Portsmouth City Council have a long history with family learning. Family learning is a little bit different to adult learning. Lots of providers might go into schools and run courses within schools, but for part of the time when we are in, the parents and the children will work together. It can be challenging to set up. It means children coming out of their class for a small period of time, but actually it really pays dividends. So we work with the parents, carers, on perhaps a skill. So we might be looking that morning at fractions, and then when the children join the parents, they work on an activity together that's got a basis in fractions. But we try to make the activities fun, punchy, and something that can be easily replicated at home. So always a favourite with fractions is to do them with Smarties, with the little mini boxes of Smarties and how many have we got there and how many we've got of which colours. Fractions with Smarties, ratio with fruit cocktails, making puppets to go with storybooks. It's all about trying to sort of engage the parents and the children to learn together, to have a go at things together that are fun.
Indeed. And finally, the 3 L's that you've got on your logo are... It's learn, live, laugh.
Yes.
And again, and that really kind of sums up where we are, isn't it?
We want learning to be fun for all of our learners.
Yeah, indeed. Jo, we've started working together. I know there's a long more way to go. I look forward to our 2 organisations being good partners going forward. And thank you for today.
Thank you, Steph.